is the difference between tartil and tajweed. These are terminologies used in Quranic recitation. We start with tartil. Tartil comes from the root ra, ta, la, meaning to arrange things in an orderly, harmonious way. Arabs would use it for pearls when strung in perfect order. Rataltu al-dur, yani I strung the pearls evenly. In Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا in Surah Muzammil, the 4th ayah. The command emphasizes clarity, order, and deliberation in recitation. So, when you look at this, that the ayah here, it uses what you call al-masdar al-mu'akkad, yani the absolute verbal noun, to emphasize not just recitation, just reciting, emphasizing, but recitation with the beauty of arrangement. This is not merely a phonetic discipline like it's just about sounds. It implies conveying meaning with clarity and depth. So here, to the Arabs, this meant that the Quran should be recited in a manner where every word shines like a pearl in its proper place, giving the listener space to absorb its meaning. So how the ancient Arabs understood this at the time when the Quran was revealed was that for them, tartil was not technical but a style of delivery. A poet reciting his verses slowly with balance and pause was said to have ratala shi'rahu, yani he arranged his poetry well. So when they had ratila al-Qur'ana tartila, they understood. Do not rush the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like common speech or poetry. Give each word its due, for it carries divine weight. When it comes to tajweed, it comes from the root jim, waw, da, meaning to make something excellent, good, or even perfected. Arabs here at that time used it to describe refining a thing until it reaches the highest quality. So now in recitation, it refers to perfecting yani the pronunciation of letters, like rules of mad, idgham, idhar, al-ghunna, and so others. So here, tajweed carries what you call the rhetorical layer of what you call a tahsinu. Tahsinul lafdul li yawafiqul ma'na, yani beautifying the form so that it benefits the majesty of the meaning, to elevate the meaning. So here, if tartil is about how you pace and structure recitation, tajweed is about how you refine its articulation. So here, how the ancient Arabs understood tajweed, like for them, tajweed in a language was about aesthetics of expression. A speech could be true but ugly in delivery. Another one could be eloquent and captivate hearts, and it could cause impact to the heart. Thus, when Muslims later systemized tajweed, they were naming something already rooted in what we call the Arab test, perfection in speech. So here, where do rules like mad, tanween, idgham fall? So these fall under what we call tajweed because they are about refining the sound. So to the Arabs, the elongating, which is called the mad, was a natural part of what we call rhythm and emphasis in poetry and oration. They used assimilation, which is called idgham, instinctively for fluidity. So the Quran codifies these patterns into rules so that its divine speech will be preserved from distortion, yani from being falsified. So here, tartil is about pacing to absorb the meaning, whereas tajweed is all about refining the sound so that the meaning shines through what you call throughout purely. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.